Hey guys, it's Sam with two M's, and welcome back to another MYXclusive interview. Happy Monday, everyone. It's the start of the week, so we hope you have a great week ahead of you. And as you guys can see, I have a very, very special guest here with me. She just recently released a cross-country collaboration with the Singaporean singer-songwriter Gentle Bones, and we are welcoming her back on MYXclusive. Everyone, please welcome the very talented Clara Benin.
Hello, thank you so much, Mix, for having me back again.
Yes, it's always a pleasure to have you, Clara. We're happy to have you back. And to everyone watching, I know we said Gentle Bones or Joel was supposed to join us today, but he's not here yet. So hopefully he'll get to hop on the call. But for now, we have Clara with us. So how are you, Clara? How is everything? How's life?
I'm good. I've just
Mhm.
been chilling at home, and yeah, nothing much.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I feel like that's all of us. Can you believe it's already
Yeah,
been a year since we started quarantine,
yeah,
and we're still
crazy.
kind of in the same happening, if you know what I
Yeah.
mean. It's been crazy. But what have you been up to recently? I know you just said you're just chilling at home, but like have you tried to pick up any new hobbies recently, or are you just really like hanging out at home?
Recently I've just really just hanging out at home,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
trying to write new music,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Ooh.
just been busy with that and
Mm-hmm.
this song that we're
Mm-hmm.
promoting today, A Day at a Time. So yeah.
Yay. Yeah, so exciting. I mean, I can't wait to talk about the collaboration. But you did mention that you've been working on some music, even though you're just at home. And I do want to know, as an artist, I can imagine like sometimes it could be difficult, especially, just kind of hanging out at home to find inspiration or to like stay creative. Because even I have trouble with that, like a creative burnout, if you know what I mean. So have you experienced anything like that?
Definitely have
Yeah.
experienced that. Especially during the lockdown, I feel like
Mm-hmm.
everything just, you know, intensified. Um just the burnout feeling, because
Mm-hmm.
now that we're just staying at home, you can't escape it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to face it.
Right?
All
Mm-hmm.
those, difficult emotions that we all went through and are going through right now. Like we don't really have a choice but to really face it and brave it
Mm-hmm.
all. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's what I've been learning also recently during this lockdown. um I guess just what keeps me going
Mm-hmm.
is the simple things like
Mm-hmm.
waking up in the morning,
Yeah.
working out, watching
Yes.
Netflix shows, and staying connected. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's all of us, no? We're just really trying
Mm-hmm.
to find ways to keep ourselves sane at home. I
Yeah.
mean, we're very lucky that we do have the luxury to stay at home and just
Yeah.
kind of do like kind of go on with our life even though we're at home. But speaking of like creative like burnout, like I was wondering like how do you kind of get over that? Because like for me, it just magically comes out of nowhere. But for you, how do you get over that hump?
Just try not to overthink it. I try not, because
Yeah.
I feel like that's where it comes from.
Mm-mm.
When you're overthinking your process and what you're going through. So I just try to get my mind off it,
Mm-hmm.
and just as simple as watching Friends on Netflix like makes
Yeah.
me forget about everything.
Mhm.
And yeah, staying, like I said a while ago, like staying connected with my friends and my family, and just trying to keep my mind out of it.
Yeah, that's true. No,
Yeah.
like especially when we're at home, we really tend to overthink a lot. So
Yeah.
it's if you get in that hole, it can be really difficult to get out of it. But that's
Yeah.
cool that you have your own ways of dealing with all of that. But I also want to ask, since you've been working on music from home, did you notice anything new about the way that you create music or the way that you write that was kind of like the impact of like staying at home or lockdown or quarantine?
I feel like I'm more intentional now with my words, and
Mm-hmm.
I I feel like I am taking more time with like each melody, each
Mm-hmm.
yeah, each verse and
Mm-hmm.
everything that goes into my music. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like now I have all the time that I have
Mm-hmm.
to really go through each line. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I feel like I'm more intentional.
Oh, that's good. I feel like that's such a great way to look at it. Especially now that we kind of try to slow things down during this time. And speaking of, I think it's very related to your newest collaboration with Gentle Bones, which is a day at a time. That's really one of the things that I try to personally remind myself, given everything, is to take everything a day at a time. But
Yeah.
before we talk about the song itself, I do want to know, how did you and Gentle Bones actually connect and have this collaboration?
So Gentle Bones reached out to me
Mhm.
through email and asked me if I was down to make this song with him.
Yeah.
And he sent me the demo of the song along with the theme that he had in mind, which is taking it easy and not giving up on yourself. And it's a theme that is very close to my heart.
Mhm.
And as soon as I heard the demo, I was immediately game to do the song. I was really excited to work on it. Yeah.
Wow, the powers of the internet, no? Grabe,
Yeah.
guys. The wonders of the internet. Because Gentle Bones is from Singapore, and obviously you're
Yes.
in the Philippines. And I saw that you've been a fan of Gentle Bones for like years now. So what was it like for you when you first saw that email, like the subject palang and like where it's
Yeah.
from? Like, can you take us through what you were feeling at that time?
I feel like the collab was bound to happen.
Oh
Like
yes.
when I first heard his music before, I
Mhm.
was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna collab with this guy someday
I
somehow."
love that. Mhm.
And yeah, my previous manager was actually the one who introduced me to his music, and he was the one who mentioned that, you'd sound good with this artist, the
Mhm.
Singaporean artist called Gentle Bones. And years after that, it finally happened. So crazy how the
That's
universe
crazy.
works.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You kind of like manifested it years
Yeah.
before, and then it
Mhm.
actually happened. Like, did you actually tell him that you thought that when you
No,
met him?
actually, I just like remembered it today. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I remember that time when I
Mhm.
said that to myself. Yeah.
Oh my god. So maybe Joel, if he comes back, if he comes or he's able to reach the interview, maybe we can tell him. But if not, Joel, if you're watching this, it was really bound to happen. Clara
Yeah.
manifested it
I
into her
manifested
life.
it.
Yeah, that's so cool. Guys, let's take it from Clara. Just manifest all the things that you want in this life. But let's talk more about A Day at a Time. So could you tell us more about what the song is really about and what inspired it? Especially because you guys kind of like really worked on it together.
So the song is about taking it a day at a time. It's
Mhm.
pretty self-explanatory.
Mhm.
Just staying present for yourself and not
Mhm.
giving up and hoping for a better tomorrow, no matter how hard today is. And I think it's a very timely message for all of us right now. Just taking it one day at a time.
Yeah, totally. I agree. Like I said, like it's a very personal like statement for me, like taking everything one day at a time.
Yeah.
And the lyrics are very, very like comforting because I feel like a lot of people can relate to the lyrics. But for you, Clara, do you have like a favorite lyric or a favorite part of the song that really speaks to you?
My favorite line from the song is, "I'd like to be here. I'd like to be I'd like to be here tomorrow." And I
Mhm.
feel like, and Joel Gentlebones was the one who wrote that
Mhm.
line in the song.
Mhm.
And I really like that line because it's like you're telling yourself, your present self, that
Mhm.
tomorrow is, it's another day, and I'm not gonna give up on myself today
Mhm.
because I'd like to know myself my
Mhm.
tomorrow self,
Mhm.
my future
Yeah.
self. So yeah, that's why yeah I like that line from the
Mm-mm.
song.
Yeah, and I think it can apply to so many different times, not just like what we're currently experiencing, but
Yeah.
everything that we're going through. For example, like if we feel any kind of emotional turmoil or something, I feel like that's a very helpful line that people can remember. But I do want to know more
Yes.
about the process that you guys went through working on a day at a time because it was purely online, purely on
Yeah.
the internet, and I can imagine the exchange of files and like messages,
Yes.
FaceTime calls. So could you take us through that whole process? Like what was it like kind of writing it together?
I actually met Gentle Bones through a phone call,
Mm-mm.
and we after that phone call, we just sent each other voice messages of lyrics and melody ideas through WhatsApp. And
Mm-hmm.
actually, I was actually listening to our voice messages the other day, and it's just funny to hear them now and how it evolved to the
Mm-hmm.
song that it is to what you guys can hear now. Um, yeah, it was a really fun process, you know, because every time I'd have melody ideas, I would always just pick up my phone and record it so that
Mm-hmm.
I could keep it for later. But for this one, it's like whenever I record something, I just send it agad
Yeah.
in the chat in our chat. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was fun like doing this collaboration online. It's something I've never done. I haven't done before, and yeah, it works pala. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it can happen. Yeah, it's really
yeah.
something that's possible. But I also want to know since you and Gentle Bones did everything online and you met like through a call. Was there any part of you that was like kind of shy to kind of like share your ideas or like was it just natural to you to really just give all of your ideas to
I was definitely super shy,
him?
but I mean, this is how there's no other way to do it right
Yeah.
now, you know? And actually it was very I'm actually more comfortable like doing it online than in person, I think. So
Mm.
I'm a very shy person. So
Mm.
I feel like I'm more vocal online. So that was it was actually yeah, I think that's also one of the reasons why this collab was so successful because it was online also. And yeah, I feel like
Oh,
it would have been different. It would have been a
mhm.
different experience if it was in person. So
Yeah. No, yeah, I get what you mean. Because with the internet, parang you don't see reactions right away, or you don't get like
yeah,
as
so
anxious to
you
see.
can actually think about your reply
Yeah,
first.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Like you can really think it, like think about it, and really
yeah,
compose
especially
like
if
a
you
good.
haven't met that person yet.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, so that's cool. I love that you shared that na parang through the online work, it actually kind of was a little bit easier in that sense that, there are really pros to working online as well, which I think
yeah.
is a really good insight from this experience. But also I want to know what it was like recording since you couldn't like physically record together. How was that experience for you?
Yeah, I recorded everything at home, and while we were working on this song, I was also working on my EP, which I excuse me, which I actually released last year. So yeah, it wasn't that difficult for me because I've been doing it already for years now. So yeah, I recorded the song at home. I actually recorded it inside my closet where it's super quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I brought all my equipment there and I was sweating so much, but yeah, that's kailangan eh. That's
Yeah.
how yeah, yeah, it was fun. I think the most challenging part about recording the vocals
Mhm.
in this collaboration was making sure my vocals were tight with his vocals because
Mhm.
it's not like we could keep retaking it
Yeah.
and stuff because right after I record I have to send him all the files and also I had to
Mhm.
make sure it was perfect before I sent
Yeah.
everything. So yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's actually true. Like you have to make it the best like it could be,
Yeah.
because like it takes a lot of time for like files to like get there and then listening to it. So it's like a lot of stuff. But you guys totally pulled it off. It doesn't even seem like, it's like one of those songs that you just would think na parang it was just normally like recorded together, but no, it was just like online, and it's the magic
Yeah.
talaga of the internet. But I'm also curious because you said that you were listening to the voice memos from the early times that you guys were making the song. So how different was it from like the first ideas that you guys had to what we're actually hearing now?
It's actually not that far off. They're actually
Mhm,
not that different. I think we already knew what we wanted from the very beginning
mhm.
palang. And I think it was important for us to go through that awkward process,
Yeah.
just to make sure that we were, on the same page.
Mhm,
Cause again, we've never actually met. So,
mhm,
yeah, it was just really important for na he understood where I was coming from and I understood where he was coming from.
mhm.
And yeah.
Yeah, and it doesn't
Yeah.
seem like you guys have never met like in person, because the way that your voices were able to like fit together in the song, it's
Aw,
just
thank
it
you.
feels like chemistry, you know what I mean, through
Thank
music.
you.
And I'm sure a lot of people feel the same way, but I'm also very excited to see the music video because it's coming out later tonight. It
Yes.
should be premiering tonight. So could you tell us more about the process of creating the music video, because if I'm not mistaken, it's also shot virtually. So could you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so the music was all DIY, at least in my
Mm,
part, because
mm,
the production team is from Singapore,
yeah.
where Gentle Bones is, and they
Mhm.
just directed me through a video call while I shot everything myself.
Wow.
And it was fun. It was hard work, but I had a lot of fun. It's something I've never done before, and they were really fun to work with. So
Mhm. Oh, I can't wait to see it, because like what you said, they were directing you from a video call, and I can imagine like the logistics of that can be difficult.
yeah.
um but at least I'm sure, since it's coming very very soon later tonight, a lot of people are excited to see it too. Have you seen the final product, or like the finished product already?
I haven't actually seen it, but I've
Oh,
seen
you
just
haven't
a
seen it?
snippet of it. So
Mhm,
I'm really excited to check it out
mhm.
tonight and watch it with everyone.
Oh my gosh. So it's gonna
Yeah.
be a trip also for you to see the
Yes.
final product later. Because
Yeah.
when you're shooting, you can't really see the what it's gonna look like, or like what
Yeah.
the final product's gonna look like. So I'm excited
Yeah.
for you also
I'm excited
to
for
see
that.
it.
We
Yeah.
actually asked our fans to send in videos. So they're
Mhm.
actually gonna be part of the music video. So that's the most exciting part for me. I'm really excited to see that.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so cute. So guys, if you sent your I mean, if you sent videos to everyone watching, if you guys sent videos, make sure to catch the music video premiering later
Yes.
tonight, so that
Yes.
you can see if you made it into the music video. That's going to be so so exciting. And it just really blows my mind, like how the internet is really able to give us all these things, the
That's true.
power of the internet. And this isn't your first ever like international collaboration, Clara. I mean, you worked with Charlie Lim also before, but what is
Yeah.
it like now being able to share another collaboration with an international artist, especially now that it was really done purely online?
Yeah. It's always a very humbling experience, especially knowing that we're representing Southeast Asia,
Yeah.
and in a way we're bringing our two countries together through this one song. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's very humbling and it's fun. So
Mhm. And I'm excited because, like, after talking to you about like the process and the song, it seems like you did a lot of things for the first time with
yeah.
this experience of creating a day at a time. So, was there like anything new you learned about yourself throughout this process?
Something new I learned was, I guess, like a lot of technical stuff. Like I mentioned, like recording
Mhm.
my vocals inside
Yeah.
the, because I think Gentle Bones, if I'm not mistaken, he
Mhm.
recorded his stuff in an
Mhm.
actual studio. So it was soundproof and everything. The acoustics were great. So I had to match my recording with his. So
Yeah.
that was a lot of pressure for me, and I think I learned a lot of like how to clean my vocals and stuff.
Mm.
So a lot of technical stuff.
Yeah, and at
Yeah.
least it'll help you become like a better like
Yeah, in the
artist too.
future. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of growth, and you know how to adjust to these kinds of things
Yeah.
now. But I'm also curious, like, what did it feel like when you first heard like the final song, like the song itself?
I was really happy with it. Like
Mm.
I feel like you mentioned a while ago, like there was chemistry,
Mhm.
and I mean the fact that we've never met, so
Yeah.
it was yeah, I was super happy with the outcome of the song.
Mhm. Yeah, and I'm sure a lot of people too are really, really happy with the song. I'm sure they were able to relate to it, and it got them through like it really
Yeah.
kind of showed what they're feeling through everything in the last year
Yeah.
too. And I'm sure a lot of people are excited for this collaboration that you have with Gentle Bones. But speaking of collaborations, since you've done international collaborations already, are there any other artists that you would want to work with, especially now, as we could see, like with the internet, everything is possible. So, is there any other artist that you want to work with?
There's this artist from the UK that I super
Mhm.
love, and their
Mhm.
their name is Novo Amor. I
Mhm.
would love to to collaborate with them someday. I'm
Ooh.
manifesting it right
Yes, as we all know, Clara has manifesting powers. I mean, we all do. So let's all take it from Clara to really manifest these things. And you never know. Maybe we can look back at this interview when that collaboration really happens, and then you'll be like, I'm so good at manifesting. So I'm also manifesting it for you, Clara, since
Thank you.
obviously we are rooting for you and all of your dreams in life. But
Thank you.
since A Day at a Time is out now, and also you released an EP last year, with this new year
Yes.
ish, because it's March already, what else can we expect from you? What can we expect with your music? And also, what are your personal goals for this year?
Um I honestly don't know. It's so hard to plan these days.
Mhm. Mhm.
But I am
Yeah,
working
vibe.
on yeah. I'm
Mhm.
working on new music right now, and we'll see where it goes. I'm just kind of going with the flow right now. Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll also go with the flow with you. We can't wait for what other songs you'll be able to release this year. And I'm sure a lot of people are also really excited, especially after hearing A Day at a Time, which is your collaboration with Gentle Bones. But before I do let you go, Clara, do you have a message to everyone who's been listening to your music, everyone who's been streaming A Day at a Time, and everyone who's just like really been supporting you?
Um Thank you guys for all your love and support, and shout out to my street team, Clarified, my patrons, the River Child tribe, and I hope you're all staying safe, and I hope that this song, A Day at a Time, brings you good vibes and positive energy when you listen to it. And I hope that I see you guys later in the chat room
Mhm.
when we premiere the video on YouTube at 9 p.m.
Yeah, so thank you, Clara, for joining us today.
Thank you
Sadly,
so much.
Joel wasn't able to join us, but hopefully next time we'll have him again.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, Clara, for joining us. And thank you to everyone who tuned into this MYXclusive interview. Don't forget to stream A Day at a Time on multiple digital streaming platforms. And watch out for the music video coming tonight, like Clara said, at 9 p.m. on YouTube. If I'm not mistaken, I think it's Gentle Bones' YouTube channel.
Yes. I
Or
think so.
yes, okay. Yeah, it should be there. So you guys can just type it. I'm sure you guys will find it. So thank you once again to Clara Benin for joining me
Thank
today.
you.
Thank you. And thank you to everyone who tuned in. Happy Monday, everyone. This has been Samatuams. We'll see you guys next time.